Hello, this is Crinstar, and today I want to create something in notegrid that will play these keys in scalar. I have this thing chained up to these four things here, so when it plays the first one, plays the second one, plays the third one, plays the fourth one on these three keys, which is probably, it's C, the C2, D2, E2, F2. This is important because we're going to get notegrid to hit those. And we're going to come off of notegrid and go into this track right here for playing. And what I want is I want notegrid to play a note for every bar that we have, and then change we're ultimately going to change the chord, but we want to change the note per bar so it plays a different chord, and we're going to get notegrid to somehow sequence those chords together. This is actually for another idea I have. I just want to do some of the initial work on how I want to figure it out. I'm going to use reMidi after this, but I'm going to have reMidi playing different patterns, and that's going to be a whole nother video. So I have this notegrid in here, and I have this set up here, and what I want to do is when it gets a gate here, and so the way that we want to do gate, let me go to LFO. Let's do an LFO up and down, so it'll constantly send. It should be sending gates up and down. So now if things were okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to record the MIDI and see exactly at what points that it actually works. And it looks like it works for 50% of the time. It goes up. The LFO, when it goes up to 50% up and all the way up, it turns on the gate and leaves the gate on for these half of bars, which is not bad. It's kind of like a metronome. I want the bars to be like this. And I need it to record MIDI that looks like this. And later, we're going to make it actually look like this. It's sort of this range. So when it plays, which should actually be playing the chords. Yeah, I need to transpose this down. Slow this down a bit. That's what I want it to do. But right now it's recording A, it's too high, and then it's too high up on the octave, so I need to fix the octave. And then B, I need to so we're starting way too high on this one. So what we could do is we could go to pitch, we go to this, you go here, and let's go to C2. All right, let's record it. And quite frankly, it's doing C2 correct, but it's not doing it. One of the things I learned is, okay, so this LFO, let's get this out of here. What we want to do is we want to actually use the phase. And this phase is going to be quite interesting because when we start it, it should sync up. It's doing the beat like I wanted to, but it's going fully up for a 2 beats. It's going up. And that's partially how this works right here. And I'm going to show an image and I'm going to explain what's happening. Okay, this is taken from a video from Bitwig a bunch of years ago, and it actually fully illustrates, at least to me when I saw it, what's going on here. Basically, what you have is this purple is the phase that's going in, just like we have in our previous one. So that's going up and down just like the phase goes already. And it in here, it has the bar start, quarters, and 16 note. And so every bar, it's going to have a bit longer, and then every quarter is these, and every 16th notes it's these. So basically what this is doing is that the phase is going all the way up for the entire bar. But it looks like it might be already at 50%. So it's already starting at 50% and then going back up. Maybe I should be using the trigger there. Okay, so I have triggers set up here. And now let's see how it records. So let's kill this, kill this. Let's go down here, set up the recorder. And it looks like it's doing the same thing. Now I'm pretty sure this one will work. Usually this is the go-to one that I have. Even though that's a bit short, because it's a bit short, what I normally could do is we do the logic and we do the not gate. There we go. And then it flips the signal. We are somewhat closer with this one. This one stays out for an eighth, 2/16, and then plays. We don't want that, so we want to decrease the timing. But this one overall is usually the go-to one. Maybe if I had a quantizer, a clock quantizer, maybe this is better. Until the next pulse. Almost there. Almost there. We got it where it plays it plays 4 bars. That's the problem. But it at least goes up, but I know how to fix that. So if it plays 4 bars, this thing is really cool because it's basically on an eighth note. So if we go like that, it should break it up. That is perfect. It works. It gives me a gate per each of the bars that's needed. Now I just need to randomize the notes a bit. And then have it within... Okay, so the randomization part's going to be here. What we need is we need to... Okay, and then we need a switcher. And I need something to do some randomization. So maybe that is also keyed to this. And then let's duplicate that sucker. Create some variation. we have some variations into what it's playing. But I'm able to play the chords, and I'm able to do the chords per... That's wild. Are those the micro? Yeah, they are. Because it's recording the MIDI, and these are the micro pitch changes that it's doing. So if I had something that understood the micro pitches, you could get some really interesting input from that. That's cool. Oh, I forgot one more. That's why it's not... Okay, there we go. So using this note MIDI and this note grid, I'm able to produce a different note per bar that I have that will go to play different chords for me on each bar change. And it should behave a lot better than because I missed one. So let me go back to here. Let me record. Let me hit play. And you got chord progressions for days with a couple of simple things. You could probably work on this a bit more to get some more variations, but overall, quite simply, yeah, I could play this probably for a while and probably figure out a good note progression. Because I'm recording the MIDI, I can just grab the part and slice it and just use that as something. So that you can actually literally test different note progressions using this and see how it sounds. At any rate, long and winded. I think I got something out of the note grid. We're gonna try to save this to my library. And we call it... We'll call the scalar note player. And there you have it. Easy peasy. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will catch you later.